Religion. I'm a member of the United Methodist Church. Uh, Honestly, not currently practicing. I'm a Christian, but I often find that certain churches tend to, well, they get a big head about themselves. Not that the United Methodist Church necessarily does, just that Christianity in general seems to. I've said this before, though. It's not so much a crisis of faith as a crisis of faith in other people and faith. Pirate or ninja. Ooh. Ninjas are quick, fast. They kill people swiftly without anyone knowing they were there until afterwards. However, pirates, basically, they're loud, they're large, and in charge. They've got the best dialogue, more colorful clothing, big hats, feathers. I don't get that. They're more pompous. Horse the mizzenmast, you scarlet dogs, lest I be inclined to hang ye from yonder yardarm. So yeah, pirate. Plus, better sword fights. Ninjas, they just cut through stuff and it's done. Pirates, you get it's a lot flashier. Do you support internet pirating? I'm assuming you meaning software, music, movie piracy. Oh, that's the subject of a whole other video. I'll get to that. Does Chuck Norris rock, or is he stupid? Or rather, this is Chutch, spelled it with a CH instead of a CK. Oh well. Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris rocked in the 80s. In the 90s, he became Walker, Texas Ranger. And nowadays, he sells fitness equipment on infomercials. However, my assumption is that if you're not satisfied with Chuck Norris's products, he'll roundhouse kick you to the face. Favorite book, favorite movie. Well, favorite book. If you mean novels, that's hard to say. Until earlier this year, it had been a while since I read a novel. Part of me wants to say Angels and Demons as my favorite. But really, the old me, before Michael Crichton's Lost World killed me on novels, I would really say Sphere by Michael Crichton. It didn't translate well into a movie. It really couldn't have translated well into a movie. A lot of that stuff was, up here, not so much visual. If you don't mean novels, if you just mean books in general, me, like I said, comic book geek, and I consider comic books as valid as any other form of literature. Favorite will always be the X-Men line. Always. Currently, though, Astonishing X-Men with Joss Whedon is probably my very favorite. I'm not quite sure where he's going with some of it, but I'm enjoying every bit of it. He's got humor, he's got action, and he stays true to the characters, something that a lot of people have trouble doing. Favorite movie? Well, I can't say I have a favorite. I did the top 5, but I tell you what I'll do. Since I already did the top 5, I'm going to share a movie with you. Hold on just a second. Okay, I lied. I'm going to share 2 movies with you. First, The Commitments, an Alan Parker film. Great movie. It's about a group of kids from Dublin who form an American-style soul band. Love the story, love the music. I love the fact that the guy that played Miles O'Brien on Star Trek plays the main character's father, who is obsessed with Elvis. I think that's the funniest thing in the world. Anyhow, there's one. Now don't jump to any conclusions with this. Let me explain. Guys and Dolls. Now I hold this in a special place. This is one of the few musicals that it's okay for a guy to watch. For one thing, it's Marlon Brando singing. And if you don't see the humor in that, you need to watch more Brando movies. 2, it's Sinatra. Come on. And 3, it's, you know, it's kind of like almost a history lesson. I mean, it's about Prohibition era, gambling. It's got a good story. From what I understand, it's not like the actual musical. But, yeah, the Broadway one, but done by the same people, so. Guys and Dolls. So there. I hope I've answered a few hope I've adequately answered those questions. Keep them coming, because this is fun. Really. I like answering questions. You know, it tells me a lot about you and tells you something about me. It's, you know, that sharing, the commonality thing that Dick Ponders was talking about. We have something in common. At least we can find out if we do by asking each other questions. See you next time, my friends.